Hello everyone and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Sim 2024, where just a day after the re-release of the Boeing 707, we have Sim Update 6 and the return of bush trips, which are interesting but not actually what I want, and that's what this video is about. This video is sort of asking for the things that I actually would like to see that were in the sim in Flight Sim 2020 but aren't here right now, and I'm missing them. Now, these are good and all, but aside from the DC-3 flight here, the New Zealand historic flight, they're all with the little planes. They're all with the general aviation planes and not with the historic planes. Now, what we had in previous versions were flights with the classic planes, the ones that are local legends or stuff like that. We got those flights when we got the planes. If you didn't get the planes, you didn't get those flights. But for instance, of course, with the Spirit of St. Louis, they actually had the 33-hour flight across the Atlantic as an option, as a historic flight. I don't know if anybody would actually do it, but it was still a nice touch. There were more restrained flights that were actually doable. For instance, as a flight that I actually did, I flew the Savoia Marchetti. It had 3 flights associated with it, and so I did those flights, and those were fun because it's a fun plane. If you don't know about the Savoia Marchetti S55, configure your aircraft, they decided to move it, which is unnecessary. I guess they decided that was a fix that was super necessary. But yeah, it's just a crazy plane where the cockpit is where it says Yahoo right there. And then it's got the engine right on top, and then the passengers in the, I want to say floats, pontoons, something like that. Anyway, so I've got these planes, and they used to have historic flights with them, and I'm missing those, because those are the ones I most like to do. And like, I think we've got the Curtis Jenny somewhere around here, right? Yeah, we've got the Curtis Jenny. It had some flights associated with it. Those are no longer here. And so bush flights are good. Then we got the Stranger Things. At least the sim is starting to get a little bit closer to where it was in Flight Sim 2020 with the return of the Red Bull Air Race, though I don't have the reaction time to do those properly. They put guided tours in their own section. There isn't a whole lot going on there, but those are nice locations at least. And, you know, we already have sort of section Discovery, which had a lot of flights for the general aviation aircraft that weren't the historic stuff. And so there's not a huge amount of difference between what we have here in terms of content and what we have under the bush trips, except the bush trips are a little bit longer. So the only one that I would be interested in is the one with DC-3, but I hope they'll use some of the other aircraft that are featured with the sim and bring those historic flights back. Now, somebody in the previous video on the 707 asked about the looks of the 707. Some people responded, but I was mostly focused on the cockpit because when I think about what I'm looking for with an airliner of any price, really, it's the cockpit details, and I think you'll agree that the cockpit details are particularly good. But they wanted to see the exterior details, so I'll start it out again. I'll start it running just on the runway, and we will see how it looks. I did a disservice in not actually talking about how it looks. We see that it is spinning. The comment asked about whether the blades spun in the engines. They are. There's actually a layer of strakes in the engine, but there is a fan behind those strakes. And we can of course see the exhaust. Not the fanciest version of the 707. I always liked the version, the early jet version, where they had a split exhaust. They had sort of a noise muffler device on it, and it was a very interesting shape. This is much more conventional, the 707-320, but the earlier versions had very odd exhaust shapes. I would have to pull up an image for that. But as response to that comment had noted, generally any builds does a good job on the exterior model. This is as close as I can zoom into it. I think another airliner is spawning. I should probably take off. Now that's another point that I would like to make. It really struggles in terms of takeoff, so you better be ready for that. The really one annoyance about the plane is the tab, I mean the pad, the EFB being fixed there. If somebody could tell me how to remove that, that'd be great. We've got a lot of activity going on. If you see that I'm getting low performance, it's because we're at SFO. And there are a lot of planes going on. There's that United plane. When it says rotate, it's not gonna take off immediately necessarily. It depends how heavy you are. This time, you know, I took off pretty easily. But just a close look for details. Anyway, I just wanted to show the exterior model for those who are curious. I of course didn't have to pay for it again because I had it from Flight Sim 2020, so I wasn't really judging it in that respect. But it looks good. Certainly for a $15 airliner. They've done more than necessary, and they've done the plane justice, I feel like. Let's take a look at that DC-3 mission and see what it actually entails. I don't know if I'm gonna do it, but at least not right now. It depends how long it takes. But yeah, I picked up all these classic planes. I'd like to use them. And the third-party ones also sometimes came with flights, and those are missing as well. Okay, so I mean it's a fairly short flight here, not anything like crossing the Atlantic with the Spirit of St. Louis, or Spirit of St. Louis. So, well, let me just do leg one. How about that? So this is New Zealand's first airline taking to the southern skies for the first time in 1934. And I'm going to try to remember how to operate the DC-3. They'll probably just start me already started up. Probably. There are quirks to how to start up the DC-3, and it might depend on whether I've got one of the improvement packs or not, too. Yeah, we started up. We've got a pretty detailed navigation log here. Okikita Airport. Lifting off, the base of operations for air travel. We've got a plane livery. Shouldn't they have given us air travel livery if they're gonna do this? Oh well. Okay. Right, here we go. I hope I don't break it. What's the worst that could happen? Okay, we better go up now. I haven't flown DC-3 in ages. Come to think of it, I don't think I've flown it in Flight Sim 2024, I'm not sure. Maybe, maybe not. Okay, actually we're going this way for 3 minutes and 39 seconds. I think we're just going along the coast, right? Track the coastline to the northeast. Well, anyway, I'm starting the stopwatch. We're doing it by dead reckoning. Though I don't know how accurate to 13 degrees I'm actually flying, but they did say just track the coast. We're only going 11 nautical miles. I can't possibly go wrong with Dead Reckoning when I'm only going 66 nautical miles, right? New Zealand looking very peaceful. So, after this, we still go north basically. Continue flying in a northeast heading. 4 degrees is barely. Just inland of the shoreline to reach Greymouth. Regular stop during the early years of the route's operation. Is the largest city on the west coast region of New Zealand's South Island with a population of just over 8,000 inhabitants. City? 8,000 inhabitants city? Well, basically we don't even need the stopwatch because it says to continue to the Taramacau River where it meets the sea, and there's the river, so we know we have reached, but we basically go the same heading till we reach Greymouth. Okay, city of 8,000. Is it just that thing up there? Probably. That little bay. Okay, that is presumably Greymouth. And another river. Does the pad tell me which river this is? Oh, I scrolled down too much. Maybe it's the mouth of the Grey River. That would make sense, actually. It is the Grey River. It says on the next one. On the Runanga one, it says continue northeast passing over the Grey River and then parallel a rail line. Okay. So that's the Grey River. I guess that's the rail line. It's sort of cutting through trees. It's next. It crosses that road. Unlike X-Plane, they don't have trains around here. I would like that feature, but they're still trying to catch up to the features that they had in Flight Sim 2020. So, Runanga. Small town that grew due to the local coal mining industry. Well, there's coal in these hills, apparently. Oh, that, I guess, is a coal mine right there, too. And so this is Runanga, I presume. Oh, let's scroll down again. Next is Barrytown. From Runanga, continue following the coastline to reach Barrytown, a town that traces its lineage to a regional gold rush in 1860. So there's gold in these hills, too. In them dar hills, I suppose is the normal way of saying it. Coal, gold, you know. Well, enjoy the mountains. Pretty rugged coastline. Okay, we've cleared the mountains that are right on the coast. Oh, it keeps scrolling to the bottom. At Barrytown, I'll reset the clock. It's getting a little bit cumbersome to keep it just running. So we're looking for Barrytown somewhere around here. Anything look like a Barrytown to you? Whoa, I occasionally get some really strong gusts up. It's rough. Feel like I've passed Barrytown and that's the beach coming up ahead. How much difference. Oh, we're getting a little bit fast here. Yeah, the beach is not that far away from Berrytown. I didn't really see Berrytown. We're getting to things that look like a beach. Whoa. Okay, that would be dangerous. Let's not go too fast here. This sort of looks like a Berrytown. Well, I'm gonna reset the clock here. But Pacaroa Beach is supposed to be at a heading of 330. That's... maybe it's that little bit jutting out, because otherwise there's nothing at 330. No, I don't think that's enough to make a beach out of. I don't know. Does this seem to be a beach? Punakaiki next. Punakaiki River. Town surrounded by a number of natural sites popular with tourists. Just inland of Punakaiki Point. This would look good. This could be a Punakaiki. I don't know. Seems like a nice place, but there's no settlement here. Fox River. There's a nice plateau. So pass over the Pororari River and skirt the Pororari Lagoon. I'm betting this is the Pororari Lagoon. Just inland of the Tasman Sea. I'll give it to them, at least the navigation log is very detailed. So that's nice. Dramatic coastal forms. Well, you brought me inland to this lagoon. I don't see the dramatic coastal forms. Well, it says pass over the small Mayville and Hatter's Bays. Lie just inland of Kaipakati Point. There's some bays up ahead, but they don't look very small. Oh, I think it's those two. Maybe. And there are various things that could be a point there. Fox River. I think that was the Fox River coming out. So now Charleston, town that traces its roots to the gold rush in the area. What doesn't? Except for the coal rush. It's either the coal rush or the gold rush. Small trio of small narrow bays. Well, this is a narrow bay, but I don't think we would call it small necessarily. Gentle Bay, then pass over land and fly over to the Totara River where it meets the Tasman Sea, skirt the eastern side of the lagoon, and then reach Virgin Flat. I think that's the lagoon. I'm on the eastern side of the lagoon. I guess this is... I mean, flats are not particularly noticeable, right? I don't know if this is virgin flat or not. Oh, they didn't mention this little thing. Buller River in the distance. Westport Airport lies on Carter's Beach just to the west of the junction of the river and the sea. Oh, there it is. Yep. No problems. Okay, I'm just going to come around here. Now that's a proper city over there. Okay. Getting ready for landing. Landing gear takes a while to drop. Oh, nope, it's fine. It popped out real fast. Guess gravity helps. Alright, lined up pretty well. Just need to really slow down here. I'm coming in rather fast, aren't I? I'm gonna go around. Surely I can't mess up the DC-3, right? I'm definitely coming in low this time. But I'm just worried about having too much energy. There's a lot more flap steps than I thought there were. Gosh, there's still more? Okay, okay. Just give me all the flaps. Okay, that's all of them. Finally. Oh, that's where my wheels are. Oh, okay, I need to get the tail wheel down. Okay. I'm just gonna go off here. I don't see any taxiway. I'll not cross the fence. Okay. Alright, alright. This looks good. Yep, right there. Oh, activity success. There we go. So, no problems. They accepted that. 31 minutes, apparently. Okay. So, that's how we do one of those. It was supposed to be 28. Oh no, that was the previous. This is the next one now, if we wanted to. But I want to end flight for now. I don't know if it'll pick it up right after that with the second leg. So if I wanted to do the second leg, would it start in the same position? I'm not sure. See, it's got that icon there. From West Airport to Nelson. Okay, let me just see whether it picks up from where we were. No, it starts us on the runway. Oh well. So there you have it. I did one part of a bush flight, and I just want more of the historic flights back. So that's all I'm pining for. So for now, with that, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do press like. If you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them in the comment section below, and I'll see you next time.